Good evening. Welcome to Dearest Father Ministry. I am Yarima, the scripture strategist, and we are here in the 31 Days of Wisdom series where we are going through the book of Proverbs, one chapter at a time, one chapter per day. Um, there are 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. I don't know why I say that every day. There are 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. There are 31 days in the month of January. We are spending every day just briefly overviewing what the proverb is saying, what the chapter is saying, giving you an encouragement to go read the Bible on your own. Starting this little habit, I promise you, within 10 minutes a day, you will be able to read an entire chapter in the book of Proverbs. And ingesting that amount of wisdom in yourself daily, especially at the top of your year, can really set you up for success. Um, so I'm not reading through the whole chapter with you because I believe that you can do that on your own, but I want to encourage you. So what I've been doing is pretty much just giving the title of the chapter because in different translations there are different titles, and I constantly tell people that there is no translation of the Bible that is holier than the next. So read the one that makes sense, read the one that you understand. And I know I look exhausted. Today was the first day of the Fruits of the Spirit boot camp. And boot camp takes a lot out of me. There's a lot of preparation work, but it's so rewarding and so fulfilling. So right now we are working on the fruit of the Spirit that's called patience and how to develop that, how to use it in strategy. It's just, I'm so excited, but I'm also exhausted because I've been working all day. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm got one more thing to do, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So, all right, Proverbs chapter 13, it says, "Walk with the wise." Walk with the wise. That is what it is about. So this entire book of Proverbs has been telling you why to choose wisdom over foolishness, right? And that was the first 10 chapters. And now that we think that we have adequately enough encouraged you to choose wisdom, now we are offering you all the wisdom that you need, right? If you ever feel like you don't have any wisdom on something, ask your Father in heaven who gives it out graciously. All right, so I'm going to read a couple of verses, and I'm reading from the NLT just because I don't know. That's the translation that the app is on my daughter's iPad because I'm using her iPad to read it. Okay. So chapter 13, I'm starting at verse 3, which says, "Those who control their tongue will have a long life. Opening your mouth can ruin everything. Lazy people want much but get little, but those who work hard will prosper. The godly hate lies, the wicked cause shame and disgrace. Godliness guards the path of the blameless, but the evil are misled by sin." Okay. I'm going to read a couple of more verses before we get out of here, but that's 3 to 6. And I just want to just pull something out. The reason why I chose that, right, is because sin is meant, like sin's whole purpose for existing is to entice you, distract you, keep you from your purpose, keep you from God's love. Like that is what sin is designed to do. So don't you have something that you rather focus on than sin, right? Um, and I'm not saying that you're evil. The scripture is not saying that you're evil because you are misled by sin. It is saying that the evil inside of you is winning the war because there's constantly a war within us, from our flesh to our spirit, from our sinful natures to our spiritual natures, our desires. Those things are always at a constant war. So I'm not saying that you're evil because you are misled by sin. I'm saying that um, When you are continuously misled by sin, the evil inside of you is winning. And if the evil inside of you is winning, you're probably also not leaning into wisdom. You're probably making more foolish decisions. So overarching thoughts about the chapter: watch your mouth, and watch what you come into agreement with. Watch what you put your focus on and your attention on. Um, and I said I wanted to read two more verses. Actually, a few more verses. So 16 to 18 says, wise people think before they act, fools don't, and even brag about their foolishness. An unreliable messenger stumbles into trouble, but a reliable messenger brings healing. And lastly, of this part, if you ignore criticism, you will end in poverty and disgrace. If you accept correction, you will be honored. Don't be afraid to let somebody correct you. Don't be afraid to let somebody who has more experience in a situation or in an area of life give you some of their resources and their knowledges. We have to come to a place where we can learn from other people's mistakes and we don't have to make all the mistakes on our own. Okay, and then the last one that I want to read is um 24, which says, those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. And that's important to me as a parent because I remember that when I'm disciplining my children, when I'm being hard on my children, when I am being stern with my children, it's not because they don't care. It's because I love them so much that I want to make sure that I take the time to correct their behavior so that they don't form bad habits, so that they don't form bad thought processes, whatever their bad coping mechanisms. Like I want them to be able to be well adjusted. And so I make sure that that discipline comes from a place of love and that not only do I show it, but that they understand that. Okay. And the reason why that's important is because that's how God treats us. When he's disciplining us, when he's being hard on us, when he's putting us with our back against the wall, it's not because he wants to see us do bad. It's because he loves us and he wants to shape us and mold us to whatever he's called us to be. Okay. Go read Proverbs chapter 13. Go take some notes on it. Go see what sticks out to you the most. Go get some wisdom. Make this the best year that you've ever had by making it your best spiritual year. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.